The Royal Exploration, Strike and Defense Forces were deployed last week to investigate loss of communication on a small colony world out past the rim. Stay tuned for more information. Welcome back to another episode of Starships and Steel. Today we got a little bit different episode for you. We're not going to do any crafts. We're not going to talk about a game. Well, a little bit about a game. Last week I had a buddy come into town and we played a game of Gruntz and a game of Tomorrow's War. They're both 15mm sci-fi war games. And I wanted to do a small little video detailing that, sometimes called an after action report, AAR. So we're going to do that after this little introduction. Also today I'm going to talk about some finds I found. Not at the dollar store this time. I was at Michael's trying to find some DAS clay. Apparently my Michael's no longer carries that, so I wandered around aimlessly for, I don't know, half hour. But I did find some plants. So these were 70% off, so they're like $260, $270, something like that, Canadian. And they're the same kind that we normally see, where you can pull them off and get some cool grass. So I got those. And another set, a little bit different kind of greens. I got those. Those are 70% off as well. It's almost Halloween. That's awesome. So I got this styrofoam skull. His regular price is $11.99 in Canada. 50% off this week. So because I had a coupon, because it's Michael's. So that's like $3. Pretty cool. So that's pretty good finds today. Today we're going to drink some Okanagan Springs Pale Ale. Our way, natural, simple, and pure. I think I did an Okanagan Springs Porter on channel at one point in time, which was a really good porter and really strong. This stuff's only 5% alcohol. It's brewed by Okanagan Springs, Vernon, BC. So let's give that a shot. I think these are twist offs. They are. It's good. Pour that in there. So nice pale color. Not too pale, kind of an amber brown kind of color. So give that a shot. Pretty tasty, lots of good flavor. We'll give that one 3.5 beer steins out of 5. They had in this pack a summer Weizen, which was exceptionally good. I would have given that one 4, but I'm out of it because it was good. Another news, I got a new Conan Pop, camouflage version. He'll be making some more appearances on channel, I'm sure. With that, we will move you back to the Royal Exploration, Strike and Defense Forces and see how they fared against the unknown energy signature they detected on the colony world. So this was our layout for our battlefield. It's the basic colony complex with a corridor down the middle, some cover on both sides, and a little pond to the east of the main compound. This was my force composition. I have a mongoose tank in the back, which is a light missile tank. In the front here, I got 3 power armor Death Guard guys. They're just studded up for Grunts as specialists with power armor. On the other side there, I got 3 squads of 6 men each, 5 regular dudes, and a heavy plasma guy in each of those squads. And then in the middle by the tank, I have a commander who's the leader of my forces. So for deployment, we rolled initiative. I won and went second. So I set up my guys in response to the droid army. And you can see how my guys were set up here. I got some guys on the left, guys in the middle of the forest, and then guys on the right. All right, in our first turn, we basically just advanced our forces. I moved my Death Guard up into the trees here, and then the squad that was with them, I moved to the east. I moved the squad on the right-hand side, north into the forest by the ponds, and then finally the mongoose tank just moved up towards the building as well. So this is the start of turn 2. I again won initiative with the human RESD and moved my forces further up into the trees in response to the droid movements of the last turn. I moved the Mongoose tank up to the building to hold position there with the commander. In response, the droids moved further up, and on the right-hand side, their drones came down onto the pond area and opened fire on my unit of RESD troopers on the right-hand side there. They scored no hits and caused no damage. Also on the eastern side, the right-hand side, the droids came out with a hunter-killer unit that I had missed initially and flanked my right side. The hunter-killer fired on the Mongoose tank, but due to the range and the chaos of the battlefield, he failed to score any hits on the tank. At the start of turn 3, the RESD again won initiative. Our first move was to turn our tank and fire a barrage of missiles at the hunter-killer unit. They all missed, and I caused no damage on that vehicle. On the left side, the power armored Death Guard opened up with their plasma on the incoming droids and missed the small nimble hover drones. The plasma squad moved back and prepared to fire on the hunter-killer unit as well, just to give them some extra fire into them, and the other plasma squad moved up, taking cover against the southern building. The droids, their hex droid at long range opened up a Gatling laser against the tank, but its lasers pinged harmlessly off the armor of the tank. The second hex droid moved up, unleashing hellfire of its plasma against the tank, and its superheated charge melted the tank but caused only minor damage. The hunter-killer dropped down to increase range between it and the RESD plasma squad, but fired again on the tank, missing again. However, its massive burst caught the squad of plasma troopers next to it in an area effect hellfire, knocking a man to the ground. He died. The droid soldiers on the left-hand side moved up into position in and around the main colony building, while the drones on the right-hand side came in between the cargo containers and opened fire when the plasma squad hunkered against the southern building. They managed to kill a man in the fire. So at the start of turn 4, the droids win initiative. Their first move is to fire their hunter-killer against the tank, hoping to take it out. Unfortunately, they missed the tank, and the area effect also was ineffective against any troops close by. The plasma-armed hex droid opens up with the tanks again, and again breaches the armor, but causes no critical damage, even though the tank has taken significant damage now. The Gatling laser hex droid fires on the squad of RESD troopers, knocking 2 more men to the ground, putting them into the wax condition, and eventually having them come off the board as dead. The drones come down the middle, and they open fire on the plasma squad, causing no damage to it. On the left-hand side, the drones fire on the Death Guard hiding in the forest, and they score no hits. A second unit of drone scouts fires on the Death Guard, scoring 1 hit, causing some minor damage. The droid soldiers fire shoulder-mounted rockets at the Death Guard, causing 3 more damage. The droid soldiers miss with their rifles. On the RESD turn, the Mongoose swivels and closes with the hunter-killer unit before unleashing a barrage of rockets against the hunter-killer. These rockets impact, causing massive damage, but they fail to drop it. The RESD commander, sensing victory, turns and fires an expertly placed shot with his plasma rifle, scoring a hit and crashing the hunter-killer to the ground. The RESD plasma squad on the left side fires, but misses the drones. They're just too nimble. The Death Guard opens fire, their plasma finding 1 drone, crashing it to the ground. RESD troopers move up from the building cover to try and close distance on the drone scouts and hex droids. The RESD plasma squad on the right moves left, using the southeastern building as cover. At the start of turn 5, the RESD win initiative. On the left-hand side, the RESD plasma squad moves up and scores 1 hit on the unit of scout drones. The Death Guard opens fire, scoring 1 hit on the second unit of scout drones, destroying 1 and suppressing the unit. The RESD plasma squad in the middle, advancing on the droids, fires and misses. The Mongoose tank drives into the open and fires its missiles down the corridor at the hex droid, missing it. The commander moves up, and on the south, the plasma squad on the right continues its advance across the open corridor. The droid commander removes suppression on the drone unit, and the droid soldiers move up and fire on the RESD plasma, suppressing it with 2 hits. Droid soldiers fire against the Death Guard, but they cause no effect. The scout drones move and fire against the plasma, causing 2 hits, suppressing that squad. Drones fire on the Death Guard, again causing no hits. Hex droids, both the Gatling and plasma, fire on the Mongoose, but fail to hit and penetrate its armor. Down the middle of the colony, the scout drones fire on the remaining RESD plasma, scoring 5 hits, wiping out that squad. At the beginning of turn 6, droids win initiative. The scout drones come down from the middle and fire on the RESD commander, their shots impacting harmlessly against his armor. The Gatling hex droid fires on full auto against the remaining RESD plasma, knocking down 3 men, suppressing them. The plasma hex droid targets the Mongoose light tank and opens up with its heavy plasma gun. It strikes the tank, causing it to finally explode into a shower of molten and twisted metal. The remaining troops, soldiers and scouts on the left open up against the Death Guard. They cause some additional damage, but the Guard holds strong, but it is only a matter of time. The RASD commander moves up, opens fire, but causes no damage. The plasma squad moves up and shoots, hoping for a lucky shot against one of the hex droids, but again fails. The Death Guard, still a lethal force, fires their heavy plasma against the soldier droids, dropping 3 of them. The vast majority of the RASD force destroyed, only the commander and the Death Guard remaining. They are eventually overwhelmed by the superior forces of the droid army. Communication with the colony remains lost, and humanity may never know what happened. So, we didn't fare that good against the droids, but it was a pretty fun game. It was a light, simple game. First time we had played it, it worked pretty good. I think I still like Tomorrow's War a little bit better, although it requires you to have a scenario, whereas Gruntz does not. But if you like that and want to see more videos, we do all kinds of videos on channel, crafting videos, game reviews, unboxings, Kickstarter news, that kind of thing. We do all that kind of stuff. So if you want to see that stuff, hit subscribe. If you like this video, hit like, and we will catch you guys later. Cheers.